Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. I am VeerajaR.
And I'm Kristen Kindoll. We hope you'll enjoy the poems we'll be reading today. Poems written by your friends and neighbors. Autocorrected in Starbucks by Kristen Kindoll. Wait. No waiting for coffee. Scratch that. Half cap and whip. Smooth and creamy cat. Swell, sweet, i.e. comedy and frothy. Laughter. Roasted to the mosted. Beans, grind, drips, sarcasm. Feel that venti beat. Cool jazz, hot barista, drum solo. Improve. Syncopated drink. All typing and guzzling. That crazy Mayan drink. One day, my order will be correct.
The Waiting Game My Body Plays by Franchesa Kirkpatrick. The waiting game my body plays. Doctors say there is another test. My body. Here's the needle. Do your best, my body. My body is now a part of the waiting game. No one knows what you have, my body. We will call you when we can fit you in, my body. The X-rays, the MRIs, the CTs, the labs never end. I do not think I got any rest last night, my body. The doctors did not call today, my body.
Hats by S.R. Lee from her chapbook, Welcome to the Chemo Club. Though she only knows me slightly, she has given me wonderful hats, just right for the warm days of spring. My hair is growing back in, a ragged mess. The wig looks good, but it's hot, not comfy. These are spring hats made of cotton. They sit sprightly on my funny, frizzy new gray hair. Sometimes they even blow off in a brisk wind. Their colors catch the eye. Bright yellow, rich dark blue, and an orange one with a wide brim that's crocheted in an open patterned out of some heavy fiber. Wow! People see the colors, not me. They see the bright hat moving down the church aisle, grocery store aisle, through restaurant doorways. Face to face, people say, "You look wonderful!" They aren't meaning to lie. They have seen the hat. Thank you, I say. Glad for cheerful words, no matter how mistaken. Hurrah for hats, hurrah, hurrah! Now I wear the hats at home, in the house. My patient husband has had to look at me for months. He too should have a more cheerful life. Maybe the hats help. Come on, hats, do your stuff.
Night Song for Robert by Bill Brown. All night trees rained leaves against the roof. Hickory, maple, and oak, palmed and scraped, wood and tin, combed the air like ghost hands, freed from the arms of men who grieved with hands. And in the illogic of half sleep, the side of my brain which understands my heart heard the song of the leaves as they tossed across the night. I have lived among these trees for years, and we have felt the sky's weight heavy on our seed. We are passengers on this gracious rock which circles a dying star. And some nights I take this on faith that the same glue which holds my life in balance allows the earth to fly the moon like a kite and scatters these leaves through this night homeward.
All the Love in the World by Rick Hiles might not have entered me then as I was tearing away the long green taut testline of an insatiable ivy from the wish enveloped finger of the shrub's spindly branch. The ivy had turned into a trellis, now an instrument of use. It was ready enough to strangle as it climbed the corporate ladder in its unbridled pursuit of growth. No, but something did fill me later when, having tossed the tangled vines that curled in my right hand into the makings of a robin's nest, a crown of thorns, or the wreath Apollo made for himself out of his grief, from what had been the tresses of Daphne. And when I threw that strange lasso behind a wall out of view, which also struck me as being a green noose, I'd loosened from the shrub's neck. As I turned back to make sure I'd gotten the remaining pestilence, the smallest moth landed there, mostly brown with flecks of orange, where I had just pulled the long weed, and it was now drinking from a blossom. And, skeptic that I am, unlikely to make much of it, in our lockdown, it felt like all I needed of a vision torn from the dream of normalcy, and an age when ordinary miracles happened all the time in nature, and we could wander freely among them.
You Are the Beacon. Written by me, VeerajaR, and this is for Dr. Sally R. Lee. You are the lighthouse, beacon for many aspired around town to be poets and writers of note. From the olden days when the current day archives was the main library, in the middle of historic Franklin of our volunteer state, at the center of a stretched palm of a junction with old churches like painted nail on each digit, with bells that told ancient stories that you collected fervently, crawling under gates of ruins, hurdle jumping fieldstone walls, speaking to ghosts in graveyards, unearthing names and years, headstones fallen face down, covered in moss and years of tears. You were in your 70s when I met, a vibrant leader of a pack of serious writers, a fearless and respected critic, the Council of Written Words of Williamson County ever had. And I was told, but you had seen the spark in me, you told. Come, join the critic group. You invited me, reigning unmatched in the boardroom of the new expansive main library. Every other Saturday, you lit me a new horizon. Inspired, I unearthed greater potentials. Keeping in the fire, I write inspired and breathe to keep bright the beacon you lit. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you'll join us again soon.